everybody. How are you all tonight? Well, we have gotten a thunderstorm warning, a watch actually. So if all of a sudden we leave, hope that the place that we wind up is beautiful.
This doesn't seem like Kansas anymore, Toto.
So anyway, tonight we've got some special stuff happening. We have a wonderful guest artist that his name is Garry Moore, and he's going to give us some really wonderful, deep information about being black in America, and you're gonna love it. So here's the first song. I'm grateful for the great sunshine, the beautiful sky, and every time I see a smiling face pass me by, and I'm grateful for the love in me. I'm grateful for the midnight sky and the moon so bright, and all those twinkling stars that make the night so nice. And I'm grateful for the love in you. When I think about the everyday joys I live, my heart just explodes with love. And to think these simple gifts are here just for us to see it, it's hard to believe it's all here for us to love. I'm grateful for the you that's in me and the difference we see, and every time we allow each other the freedom to be. And I'm grateful for the love in you. And whenever we go out and play, I think of us all. I think of the joy we bring, and to think these simple gifts are here just for us to see it, it's hard to believe it's all here for us to love. I'm grateful for walks on the beach, delicious food to eat, and being with our families, and a gift to breathe. And I'm grateful for the love in me. Woo, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm grateful for the love in you. Woo, woo, petite pussy, yeah, yeah. I'm grateful for the love in me. Yes. How you like that? Hey, make some comments. Let us know. You know what? A lot of things have been happening. We didn't get out our notices until this morning. And if you can, share with your friends. Tell them to get on. Share the link. You could also give us a tip. And we have that link there too.
Here's a good tip. When there's a tornado warning, go to your basement.
Don't do a concert.
Don't do a concert in your living room.
Don't do a concert in your living room. Okay, they told us to go into the basement. So. But you know what? The show must go on.
Next, Pip.
It's a fairy tale. So listen to this song. Now you all probably heard this song before from us, but I want you to really capture it, because sometimes we just live in a fairy tale, thinking the way things things are is the way it always has to be. Now you can live in a fairy tale where your world seems so secure, but can the possibility of transformation really do you any good? This world has radical changes, changes we have never known. Can these all be guideposts to direct us home? Well, there's magic in our hearts, and we create the choices we make. We are all that it is, and we're all that it takes. Now, I know I wrote this storyline, and I know it's what I wrote. And I know it could last a lifetime, but then sometimes a note. But with understanding that we can possess all these many, many choices that we can make. Some would lead us into clear land and forests dark and deep, but it's our fairy tale, our storyline that we create, because there's magic in our hearts, and we create the choices we make. We are all that it is, and we're all that it takes. That you can live in a fairy tale where your world seems so secure, but can the possibility of transformation really do you any good? Sing it. Can the possibility of transformation really do you any good? Help me now. Can the possibility of transformation really do me any good? Say it now. Can the possibility of transformation really do you any good? Yeah. Can the possibility of transformation really do you any good? The Creator has a master plan, peace and harmony for all the land. The Creator has a master plan, peace and harmony for all the land. The Creator has a master plan, peace and harmony for all the land. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, yes. So I don't know if your world has been like ours. Even though we are living in this pandemic, and the recognition of all the racial issues that are happening in our world, thank God people are recognizing that. There's one thing that we can do that'll center us and bring peace to us and cause us to be the eye in the storm where the peace is. I'd like to introduce you now to Daniel singing this beautiful song he wrote, and it is to breathe. Yes, breathe.
Breathe in the essence of life, the force that will bring you to peace, away from all illusions that take your strength from you. Depends on you to
recognize that feeling that opens your eyes to what is there for you to see. To see the all of you. Without a doubt that life is completely for you, and your happiness depends on you to choose those things that bring you peace. Peace beyond what's recognized, that feeling that opens your eyes to what is there for you to see. To see the all of you. Seems like the hardest thing to do is to stop and breathe. But it's the best thing that we can do, especially in time of turmoil and contrast. Pippi.
Wow, baby. Wow. That,
Thank you.
gosh, that is just
you.
so freaking beautiful. Well, so this is a song I think is timeless. And for some of you, I sent out this family that was singing this song. Gosh, they sing it so well. Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. Who were they to judge us when only love can conquer hate? You know we got to find a way, bring some understanding here today. A picket lines, picket signs, and don't punish me with brutality. Come on and talk to me. the judges simply 'cause our hair is knotty and long. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. We've got a picket signs, we got picket lines. Don't punish me with no brutality. Come on and talk to me so you can see Black Lives Matter and what's going on. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. You know what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? There's so much going on. I mean, can you feel like your life has been like happening? Like, don't you feel like 2020 was 4 years ago? I mean, really, there's so much going on. But you know what? I heard this amazing woman's speech on Facebook. And she was speaking at a church congregation. She's an Indian. And what she said, maybe this darkness that we are all experiencing is not darkness that leads us to the tomb, to the grave. Maybe this darkness that we're all experiencing will lead us to the womb. And we're birthing. We are generating. We're creating a new world. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking is that what's going on now? What's going on? Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Tell me what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to bring up Garry Moore. And I'm going to tell you, if you can listen with an open heart and mind and listen to what I call his story arts, his story works, they're works of art. He's created all of these stories, not the stories, but the way he's put them together. Some of them, I'm going to tell you, will bring you to tears. So please, with a beautiful, beautiful, open heart, Mr. Garry Moore.
How wonderful is Pippi and Daniel? Man, you all sound absolutely wonderful. You know, these are some very powerful, dynamic times that we're living in. And some people think we have to go back into the past. There's a principle in Ghanaian culture of the Sankofa bird that's going forward but looking backwards. And so we want to learn from the best of our past. And when we do that, we have to change how we approach things. One of the things that I stopped doing in recent years is using the word the slaves. Because to me, it sounded too much like the tables or the chairs. It sounded like inanimate objects. And we forget that these were people. The people who were enslaved, the enslaved people. He was a hunter who captured the boar. She sewed the outfits the school children wore. These three were Igbo, experts at trade. He was so proud of the drum his son made. She was a queen. Don't take her to task. And we Bamaleki wore the elephant mask. He wore the tall stilts with the boo-gara-boo. And at the market, she'd say, "No, buy one, you buy two." She had a smile as wide as an ocean. He'd heal your body with herbs and a potion. A champion wrestler, he had nothing to prove. Guinea Girl was a dancer. Now she hardly can move. Iron replaces her bracelets of gold. For 12 rifles, her whole family was sold. She just cried and she cried. We believe she was raped. She wonders if her little brother escaped. He was a cook, known for his stew. He was a crook and a fast talker too. He could make or fix anything, metal or wood. And her yam crop this year was better than good. Guinea Girl, we give her what little scraps we have because she's eating for two. Malenki, he cried because his heart is not true. Ashanti, Dahomey, and others did raids for the whites. Babalao said guilty must make sacrifice. Chief say he not guilty, let his captives keep pride. Now the chief and his captives are all side by side. They curse at each other about their long tribal war, say it hard to forget what it'd be like before. Guinea Girl, she say over and over, waste and filth, not my bed. Waste and filth, not my bed. Waste and filth, not my bed. She jumped with the sick. Say we're better off dead. Elder, he teach us the tongue of each other. Say we must come together as sisters and brothers. We start out with many, but we lose every day. In the whispers of night, we sing songs and we pray. Hear the winds, they howl with anger. Storms are calling all to hear. Hear the story of a soldier who is lost in yesteryear. Whispering trees, they tell his story, how he fought that civil war. So let his truth be told. Name's Barquette. First name Joseph. From the glorious 54th. First black regiment in battle. We enlisted for the North. We was fighting for our freedom. At least that's what we was praying for. So let this truth be told. When our hero, Frederick Douglass, got Abe Lincoln to agree to let us colored soldiers pick up arms and fight for liberty, a dozen boys from Illinois signed and made our mark, fight that Civil War. You see, Galesburg at the time was quite a liberated town. Black folk totaling 600 strong, and we come from all around, was a haven for the runaways. And when the railroad came through town, well, sir, we went off to war. Army wouldn't give us guns at first, but we was on their side. Wouldn't give us marching boots, but we still kept our stride. 12 brave men from Galesburg City, trained and waited for our turn. And then that turn, it come. You see, in war, the men who don't go fight, they act like war is a game, like chess or checkers, and the one who wins, he glorifies his name. So the 54th, we were sacrificed like small pieces on a board, but not without a fight. They sent us to Carolina, where the rebels had a fort. It was stocked with men and cannons, and it was stronger than the North. Told us to run up there and take it. So we ran and got shot down, one by one. Found out later it was a test to see if the colored troops were brave. But they were so impressed with how well we fought, they called for colored, free and slave, join the Union Army. And black men did, and we won that Civil War. And then we come back home. From Galesburg, only 6 survived. The others suffered death. And you think for all we went through, we'd be treated with respect. But when we came home, well, sir, things are different than when we left, with new white folk in town. Had to fight to get my children in that all-white public school. Had to fight for jobs and run for office, use their swimming pool. And in parades, they wouldn't let us march alongside white Union troops who we fought with in the war. Name's Barquette. First name Joseph. Yes, sir, that's me. No, Private, I was a captain. Killed them rebels, didn't we? They say I disappeared one day from these uncivil Galesburg streets. But my spirit lingers on. Hear the winds, they howl with anger. Storms are calling all to hear. Hear the story of a soldier who is lost in yesteryear. Whispering trees, they tell his story, how he fought that civil war. So let his truth be. You know, some people say we are going through a tough time in the nation where we are as divided as we were at the time of the Civil War. So maybe we should think about that if we ever expect ourselves to become united again. Maybe we could bring those Confederate states into the Union. Right, Daniel? Yeah.
Are those the cannons going off right now?
I think they are. I think they are. But you know, we need some sweetness every once in a while. And one of the things that I think is sweeter than anything in the world is sweet potato pie. Man. I hope you like the pie. I didn't put too much nutmeg in it, did I? When we think of things we would give our life to, give our life for, God, country, family comes to mind. But sometimes the ultimate sacrifice is as simple as pie. A pie to die for. Lord, Miss Zola knows she know how to make sweet potato pie. Make sweet potato lie and say it's heaven. 11 days out the year since her husband died, she make that pie. Once a month. Except September, because she remembered his passing. She passes the time by going to the old spots they used to visit, having a glass of wine and reminiscing about her husband of 35 years. Tears of joy would come down her face as she would go to that special spiritual place, that space that owed nothing to time or rhyme. That was in September. And she would remember his passing. Passing gas out his smelly, young Dante paced the floor. Basement door locked. No one knew he was in there. He'd cuss and swear and dare somebody to come through because he'd do to them what he did to them other two. Pop, pop, dropped a cop dead alongside the Arab gas station man. Needed some money, you understand? He had no money, know what I'm saying? Dante wasn't playing with nobody that night or that day. Dante wasn't going out that way. That way, when you take the toothpick and you pull it out, you'll see that the pie is done. Miss Zola would watch Martha Stewart make one of her old tired pumpkin pies and turn the TV off. Somebody ought to give her a show, because she know how to make that sweet potato pie. And we all knew it was sweet potato, but we didn't know what else she had in them. Cinnamon and in them, nutmeg, brown sugar, milk, her big toe, whatever it was the best on the block. And once a month, September, she'd make 5. And Saturday around 2, she'd set them out on the windowsill for them to cool. Ooh, and when we'd catch a whiff, ooh. Sound of sirens, neighborhood swarming with cops looking for the cop killer, a real live thriller, command post set up, people on the block saying a young boy was set up, saying the cheating cop should have got shot, the clerk deserved what he got, but there was more grief than relief, more remorse, of course, because once again, violence had carried the day. Undertaker was taking more bodies away, and a young brother was implicated. Dante investigated the basement room. He knew he couldn't stay in that trap for long. Took a long look around before he lifted his body up, swung his legs around on the outside, and started to walk, talk to himself about life. He was stepping on cracks, breaking backs, scaring squirrels and little girls. Worlds crushed under his boot. The meanest pit bull would salute his coming. He was on a mission, wishing he could change some things, but knowing it was already too late. How 8 of his 10 boys were either locked up or dead. He was thinking of how the cop reminded him of his old football coach. That roach had kicked him off the team for making a hard tackle on the quarterback. Didn't you hear the whistle, Dante? No, that punk mother sucker should have got out of my way. Should have got out of my way. Get out of my way, old cat, Miss Zola would say as she would sit out her last pie. By that time, all the usual folks who would come to get their pies would come through. There was Reverend Deacon Dr. Jones reminding Miss Zola that her tithe was tied to her salvation. Then there was her good friend Lucille, who always reminded Miss Zola about taking her pill. And then with the setting sun came Miss Mary's son to pick up her pie. Dante, is that you? Yeah, Miss Zola. Boy, you look different. I shaved, Miss Zola. Dante avoided the old lady's eyes because he knew he'd probably be seeing her for the last time. He was embarrassed, not because of what he did, but because he was ashamed of disappointing someone who he loved. Is there anything you want me to do for you, ma'am? Well, I got some garbage in the back, but you can hold off on that. Why don't you go and look in my room and take some money to help your mama, Mary, out? Dante walked into the old lady's bedroom. His eyes got big from seeing all the 20s and 50s rolled up like pastry dough. But his criminal instincts were not apropos. He took his usual $10 and held it up high as if to convince himself that he still had some honesty, some integrity for everybody to see. That's right, keep your hands up, the cop said as they came bursting through. Jones, the preacher, preaching from across the street, cat screeching, Dante's mom crying, and there was Miss Zola, the officer saying, all right, ma'am, you need to get out of the way. Well, what y'all think this boy done? Why, this here is Miss Mary's son. He just came to pick up his pie. Stand back, ma'am, or you could be arrested for obstruction of. Just as he said that, Miss Zola put a fork full of sweet potato pie in the officer's mouth. And suddenly, he was transfixed. Well, Dante thought, this is my chance to escape. But just as he was ready to make his move, he looked and saw the sweet potato pie, and he couldn't resist. And just for a moment, he and the officer were one in a magical place, a spiritual space that owed nothing to time or rhyme. And then backup came, and they shot him for dead. And as blood poured from his head, he looked up at Miss Zola, and he smiled. I hope you like the pie. I didn't put too much nutmeg in it, did I? And there was nothing for anyone to cry for, because Miss Zola's pies were to die for.
God, oh my God, oh my gosh. You are amazing, Garry. Garry.
Get out here and take a bow.
Come on, Garry. This is Garry Moore, everybody. He's amazing. Can you believe this? That was, oh my God, it was so good. Now tell me, you wrote these.
I did.
And you performed these where?
In Peoria, Chicago.
In schools?
In schools and churches
And your
places.
purpose in doing this is?
Well, I'm going to borrow a line from my sister, Sharon Reed, with the Heritage Ensemble, who says, it's edutainment. It's the combination of education and entertainment. I first heard that term from Maggie Brown, Oscar Brown Jr.'s daughter. Yeah, and Oprah William King, the storyteller, uses that too.
I know Opie. He's my guy. That's my
Edutainment. There you go. Yeah. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
You are that is so. I hope you all look at this over and over again, and he'll soon go to his page and see all of his work. Thank you so much. So much. Garry Moore. Is this what it's gonna take to turn this upside world around? Count your copies deep inside and point you to your true north, your highest ground. Now open up your third eye. It's time for us to realize, and if there's need for compromise, then it's all up, yes, it's all up to you. 'Cause everywhere we go, people now are waking up with you, allowing all your light to now shine through, and touching everyone you see. Now it's spreading, manifesting, life is changing worldwide. Now we are heard we're not enough from those who say they love us most. Now could it be that they're all wrong, and that we are more than they bargained for, because we're all divine, charting through this planet Earth with what our purpose on our mind. as simple as to feel real good, know your joy, and you belong. 'Cause everywhere we go, people now are waking up with you, allowing all your light to now shine through, and touching everyone you see. Now it's spreading, manifesting life. It's changing worldwide. Woo! Woo! Yeah, baby. Everywhere we go, yeah, baby. Our people are waking up with you, allowing all your light to now shine through, and touching everyone you see. Now it's spreading, manifesting life is changing worldwide, 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 worldwide. It's changing life. It's changing. It'll never be the same again. Our lives are changing worldwide, worldwide, worldwide. Yes. Wow, wow, wow. Yes. Oh, wow. I don't know, baby. That was so powerful. What Garry did, yes. That. How long have you and Garry been friends?
I don't know when we're going to start, but
You know.
20 minutes.
Oh, you guys are so silly.
Oh, shoot. How long ago back? We met each other through Gail Thomas. It has to be 25, 30 years ago.
Oh, it's never too late. You know, this song right here, you know, when you think about everything that's happening, we get to make some changes in our lives. So listen to this song. I have a feeling that sounds quite appealing, on that I can rely. It may not be found in a book, but still, nonetheless, I would buy it. It's often been said that you are who you are, so why take a chance to reach for the stars? What is there left to lose in living a life that you choose? 'Cause it's never too late to change. It's never too late to try. It's never too late to love yourself. So stretch out your wings and fly. It's often been said that you are who you are, so why take a chance to reach for the stars? Tell me now what's left to lose and live too late to change. It's never too late to try. It's never too late to love yourself. So stretch out your wings and fly. It's often been said that you are who you are. So why take a chance to reach for the stars? Tell me now what's left to lose in living a life that you choose, and living a life that you choose. Never too late, too late. It's 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 never too late to love. It's never too late to hold someone. It's never too late to try that new business. It's never too late to trust in yourself. It's never too late for self-love. It's never too late to forgive somebody. It's never too late. Remember that. It's never too late, too late. It's never too late, too late. It's never too late, too late. It's never too late. Man, that was a quick one. Well, you know what? We had a wonderful time, didn't we, baby?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And I hope you had a wonderful time. Hey, Gary.
Come out and say hello to the people.
Say hello. And you know, we want to thank our wonderful photographer, and we absolutely love her. Little Stacy Hart.
Come out and take a bow, Stacy.
Come on, say hi.
Where are we going from? Which one?
It's this one over there. And we also want to give a shout out to Chris Hovey, who makes all this switching stuff happen and make us look so super professional.
Take a bow, Chris.
Come on, stand up.
He can't.
Oh, yeah.
We need to have a camera on Chris.
We need to.
Yeah, we do.
Well, we want to tell you, Miss J, I know you're watching. Daniel and I send you love, baby.
You know we do.
You know we love you. So all our love to you, Miss J. And come on out here, Gary. And let's just say goodbye to the people.
Bye, people.
It's so exciting. Okay, we're not doing that one, right? Okay, but let's what's our last one going out? Let's just go out with something. Let's go out with Show Up.
Show up.
Yeah. I know this is one of Miss J's favorites. So we all get to show up during this time. We all get to speak our minds. We all get to be honest with ourselves and honest with the people around us. We get to show up and be who we are. So this song, if you tell me what you're thinking, then I'll know what dream that we're in. Then there'll be no need to fantasize. If it's love that you're in need of, we'll start with you, you'll see it. Then there'll be no need to compromise. If they're rooting and a growing, reaching far and wide and showing, reaching far and wide and showing. 1, 2, 3, show up. There's no compromise. Just show up. Your life is worth the fight, and show up. And then you realize there's no need to hesitate. I hope you get this. I hope you're getting what I'm saying, what I'm putting down here. Now, if it's more that you are asking, it's time to take that mask off, and there'll be no need for compromise. And if it's hope that you are after. Remember you wrote the chapters. There be no need to fantasize. And while you're rooting and growing, reaching far and wide and showing, far and wide and showing. 1, 2, 3, just show up. There's no compromise, just show up. Your life is worth the fight. Now show up. And you realize that there ain't no need to hesitate, hesitate. Just show up. Come on, show up, just show up. Whatever is calling you inside, just show up. And then you'll realize there's no need to hesitate. Oh, there's no need to hesitate. Oh, there's no need to hesitate. 1, 2, 3, show up. We love you. See you in 2 weeks. And we're going to be doing this on YouTube. Unless Chris figures out how to do it on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. We love you. We love you. Show up in your life. Come on now. See ya.